Oh, it never gets old.
I'm gonna grab Brian. We've got a truck that got brought to us, and the customer just says, hey, I want an engine. But we're gonna check for blow-by first. He says it's got a ton of blow-by, but we're gonna run a blow-by test on it just to make sure before I just pop in and start ripping the engine apart. Let's go get Brian and get that done. You wanna do an engine? The guy brought me a truck. He thinks it needs an engine, but I told him, I said, he's a super nice guy. And in fact, he's in a wheelchair.
Sure.
He thinks he needs an engine. He's got a lot of blow-by. But I want to check some things to make sure that it's actual an engine, like the crankcase filter. I want to make sure that we got a good crankcase filter, and then I want to let's measure the blow-by with our meter.
Okay.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We have a blow-by meter. You don't know anything about it, do you?
I've never used that one before.
Tyson has it. We're going to do it. It's got the adapters for the cap. It works great. And then we'll check. I want you to check his crankcase filter. That's the only thing I can think of. Is it a 6.7?
Yeah, 6.7 power stroke, 2014.
Okay. 2014?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's check that. Why don't you go ahead and crank it up? Let me have a look. Jiminy Christmas. That is a bumper and a half. Hang on a second. I just can't even pull myself up with this dang shoulder. Oh.
Yeah, the battery's dead.
Well, he's done a little delete on this thing, hadn't he?
Yes, the exhaust is also all deleted.
Oh yeah, straight piped it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing there.
Give me some. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, we don't want to put that in the shop. Thing's a smoker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's measure his blow-by.
Okay.
And yeah, let it run. Let's see if we can get these batteries charged up too. Grab that cap.
Oh, that was a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. Let me see that. That might be it right there. Never seen one of these, have you?
No, first time.
I got it all, dude.
Nice. We need it all. We do it all.
I know, man. Put that on top of there. Whoa, look at all that. Look at all that smoke coming out of there.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot.
Okay, go ahead and put that on there. And you know, obviously you don't want any kinks in it. So get the kinks out of it. Oh yeah, that's a lot, actually. At idle. Yeah, go ahead and crank it up. Take it up about, hold it about 2 grand, but it should be less than like 0.5. Okay, let it idle. Yeah, we went from 3. Then you had crankcase. You know, when it first came down, it had a little vacuum, so it went down, but yeah, you're a solid 2 1/4, 2 1/2. Okay, go ahead and turn it off, I'll tell you.
Sure.
What I've done on trucks that were good, you know, there's just so you know, you're not gonna find a spec on this from Dodge or GM or Ford or anything like that. They don't print a spec. So I've been creating a history, you know, my own specs to say, okay, this motor, so if I do a motor, I'll check it. I'll say, okay, my motor brand new or with 500 to a couple thousand miles on it is like this amount. And what I've been finding is on Fords, I'm getting a good motor with 100,000 miles. I'm getting, you know, 0.4.
Okay.
I've done them with other trucks and things, you know, good motors or they're 0.53. Bad ones, you know, you get up above, I mean, anything above 2.5, 3, you're going to find a problem. know, there's, and if it's like 5, you know, if it's 5, 6, or 7, your problem's going to be a hole in a piston. You know, most likely you're going to have that much. This is probably just, how many miles are on this truck?
235,000.
Yeah, he's probably just, you know, got some ring wash
Sometime
issue.
last time he said he was towing, I think his boat or something, and it just overheated really bad.
Yeah.
And he said that his injectors were gone. So
well, you can tell. I don't know whether you noticed when you hit the gas here, the
it's
smoke.
smoking really bad.
Well, I had not only black smoke, it's run too rich, but I had a lot of like white, gray, you know, that oil or antifreeze kind of smoke. So
we probably have it stuck open.
Yeah, I want you to, you know, you got to pull the valve cover off it anyway. Let's just double check and make sure his crankcase filter ain't plugged up tighter than a frog's butt. And then if it is, then we'll deal with that and then recheck it. And that's easy because you're going to put a new one in here anyway.
Yeah.
Let's put a brand new crankcase ventilation filter in this, just the way it sits. Put a brand new one in it. Start up. See if we get any change.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sounds
Thanks.
good. There we go. Perfect. Since we're probably doing an engine, I'm not gonna go ahead and clean all of this. Okay. Now I can put this guy back in place. Yes, it is lower. I'm gonna rev and see how high it goes. How much? 3.8. It's still very high.
Okay, so I saw your readings. We talked about them. Your readings, they came down at idle, but they stayed high at 2,000 RPM. Is that
Yes.
right? So the guy's right. He needs an engine. Okay.
It does.
Let's pull it.
Cool.
Cool.
That one? Okay, go. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Brian, this is your first time, right?
Yes,
Full
sir.
cab?
First time.
So what do you think?
Pretty fun, and I'm ready to do it again.
You have such a good attitude.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
I think once you find it, you know, whether it's a Cummins or a Power Stroke or a Duramax, it just makes it so much easier. And it makes for a better job because now what we'll do, I mean, look at this. Look at how
It's very dirty.
the crud over here is beyond. It looks like, if you look here, look at this vent tube coming out of that tranny. Now his transfer case vent tube is fine, but look at all this coming out of the transmission vent tube.
Yeah, it's
Now,
leaking a lot.
normally when I see that, what do you think? What would be your guess at why that's happening?
He's either overheating the transmission and it's leaking fast.
Exactly. Good for you, Brian. Every time you speak, I get more impressed with your brain. And he's got a fifth wheel in here and a tank, and it tells me this guy's hauling a big trailer around and stuff like that. Boy, they tucked that compressor in there in a good spot, didn't they?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty sweet.
This is a very sweet truck.
But I'm thinking maybe we ought to recommend an additional oil cooler for the tranny. I think, you know, I think the guy would absolutely, based on that evidence there, you know. And then, of course, you got all kinds of stuff to look at. We obviously want to get him all new hoses on his power steering and stuff like that. Get that all cleaned up. While you're at it, let's do a dry pavement check on this whole front suspension and make sure that it's all good. I mean, the gentleman wants it like everybody else. He wants it all good. Yes. Make sure that when the turbo, when we inspect it, if we've got any indication that we've got some material, let's make sure we get this intercooler taken care of.
Yes.
And his radiator looks intact, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks in pretty
good
shape.
But my goodness, he's got a ton of stuff in the front of that. So let's get that all clean while we got this up out of the way. It looks like he's had a secondary radiator put in there. That looks pretty new.
The condenser looks kind of fresh as well.
Yeah. I know you'll take super good care of it. You got an engine ready to go in this thing?
They told me it's ready. Yeah, that's why I'm pulling it out.
What you probably want to do is you're going to steam clean it anyway over the drain. I'd go ahead and get it all ready for the forklift, you know, disassemble it and everything, and then I'd roll it out over the thing, and then that way you can leave the cab here in a forklift. It wouldn't be in your way, and we could just you know, lift it off
pull it on
outside.
the back. Yeah. Makes sense.
You're doing good, man. How long did it take to get the cab off?
I started yesterday 4:30, about 4:45, and I finished today 12:05. So 4.5, 5 hours.
That's impressive. I mean, for your first cab removal,
Thank you.
That's impressive. Now, if you get as good as Jason and Tyson, you'd be like an hour, hour and a half.
That's my goal.
But the thing is, they know they could do it in their sleep.
Yes.
They just been banging it out.
That was my first time.
Okay, don't miss anything. Good job.
I won't.
Dude.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're in the middle of teardown here, and Brian, with his eagle eye, has found something that's concerning. If you come in here, you'll see the metal down in the bottom of that. You see all these little specks down in there? That's metal. So we've got a pump that's starting to fail on us, and we'll let the customer know. But the engine's getting tore down because of excessive blow-by. So as we get into this, we might find damage, like, you know, an injector stuck open, and we might find a hole in a piston.
Yeah, that's
or some melted down. Be exciting. Let's find out what's going on.
This one, this back cylinder looks really nasty. Can't tell if it's melted, but there's a bunch of carbon sitting on top of this piston. But yeah, I'd say that's definitely our culprit one. You can see the bearing on that one's pretty wiped. It's been grabbed. Same with that one. Rod bearing's pretty cooked. So you can see the rings there have quite a bit of score on them. And I don't see really anything wrong with the piston. Like there's no real big scoring on the skirts or anything. But I'd definitely say this was most likely culprit. This piston looks pretty good too. Another pretty ugly bearing. Yeah, so far we got 4 wiped rod bearings. So I'd say this thing was not, even if it didn't have blow by, it would not have ran for long. And the piston skirts look really good so far. Yeah, so all the rod bearings look very bad.
Well, we were expecting blow-by damage, and we've got that. I'll show that to you. But here's what we also found in that motor. These are all the rod bearings that came out of that motor. They're ugly. I mean, they're just, every one of them look like that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. This thing's been ran dry.
Yep.
So, even without the blow-by, my guess is with a rod bearing like that, he's only a couple hundred miles away from a connecting rod coming apart. And it smells. You know, I'd always talk to my mechanics and everybody, my machinists, use your senses, your eyes, your smell, touch, you know, when you're a mechanic, your ears, if you're a mechanic, listen to something. But the smell of this motor, you can tell that it's been hot. In fact, here, this bearing hadn't even come off of there yet. Yeah, look at that. Guys, you got to keep the oil changes, secondary oil filters on these diesels is one of the best investments you can make. Good oil coolers, additional oil coolers over the factory, because factory, remember, anything from the factory is minimum. It's all designed to get the truck or the car or whatever you got, piece of equipment, out of the manufacturer's warranty at best. I just don't think that they're thinking long term for the customer. I think that they're more concerned with, let's just get it through our warranty period and sell you something else. So everything I talk about, I'm hoping I can give you some ideas on how to prolong your equipment. And then,
Man, this thing just smells, man.
There's no crosshatch left in that one.
yeah, this motor's just been hot and it's had no oil in it. We've lost the crosshatch.
You see, there's no crosshatch here. There's no lines that are like this. I can check it with my profilometer, and it'll tell me that that wall is just not able to seal.
It's like all of them.
All of them. This motor has no crosshatch. This is crosshatch. You can see those lines. It's very important. They have different angles, but that's very important to oil retention and sealing of the cylinder wall. I mean, you don't want a glass smooth surface on a diesel cylinder wall. It'll cause blow-by, too much oil consumption, too much carbon being ingested down past the rings into the oil. This oil is black. I'm thinking that this thing, all that fuel has just been washing down in the oil, and that's probably why the rod bearings look like that. If I was to do an oil sample, I wouldn't doubt that the oil has been just soaked with fuel. Remember, fuel is the enemy to oil.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, you're good. We have space over there. Yeah, we have space. Yeah. Okay. Stop. Go up. Stop.
Towards you?
No, hold on.
How is it?
Almost there.
Oh, so you need me to tilt it over more.
Yeah.
Here, let me tilt it over.
I think we should be placed now. There we go. Are both in?
Yes.
Let me check the side both in.
Okay, so now I can lower it.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, we're good. Perfect.
We can get super custom here. I'm talking super custom. Come here and look at this. You can't buy this, but I can do it for you. I can put anything you want on a valve cover. And we did this for this custom job that we're doing on this motor, and I think it's great. I love it. The guy approved the buffalo that we engraved in here, and he just wanted the great white buffalo on there. Now, anybody know about what the great white buffalo is? I don't. What is the great white buffalo? Did anybody look that up? But listen, what this is about is we're letting you know that if you want us to do custom engraving for you on your valve covers or any engine components, we can do it for you. We can do it CNC, or we can also do it with a fiber laser. We've got that equipment. Let us know.
the next day.
All right, so the customer's coming to pick this up tomorrow. I'm just gonna do a final look over with it. We've detailed it for him. We've put on about 484 miles on this so far, which we always like to do to make sure that before the customer puts their butt in the seat that it's gonna be good. Yeah, looks beautiful, is cleaned. So let's go for a test drive and see how she runs before he picks it up. Shifts good, accelerates great. Put I believe a BD Screamer turbo on here. Sounds fantastic. Oh, it never gets old. All right, Great White Buffalo. Love it. This thing should be ready to go for the customer here tomorrow. Well, nice job, dude.
Thank you.
Really, really nice
Appreciate
work. You did good on this. Runs great.
Yeah, it does.
Turbo sounds awesome.
I love this truck. We've done everything we could on
Yeah.
this truck.
Yeah. Oh,
Speed of air, pistons, literally everything.
yeah.
It drives amazing.
Well, you did good. Thanks for taking care of him. He'll be by tomorrow to pick it up, so
Cool.
we'll get it delivered to him.
Perfect.
Sweet. Great White Buffalo. So it's Monday. We were supposed to ship the truck on Friday, but we had a little incident. We were just doing our final checks, as you guys kind of saw in the last little bit of the video. And part of those final checks were to make sure that some of the wiring that we had to disconnect for the wheelchair crane here were working. They weren't, and it accidentally reversed it and it smashed the windshield. So that sucked royally, and it broke the whole back glass. We scrambled on Friday, put the customer in a hotel, because what else do you do at that situation but take care of them? We fixed everything, scrambled on Friday. Luckily, Jessa, we thought it would be quick and easy, as everything seems to pan out to be. It wasn't. So we sent Jessa on a wild goose chase. Let me just show you how bad this was. I'll grab Jessa.
Good morning.
Jessa, good morning. Do you have pictures or like videos of how
So
bad
I
it
have-
was?
Yes. That's the whole window. This is the one that we knocked. And then that one ended up falling while I was driving to the
Did it
place.
really?
Yeah, it like
gosh.
it shook itself down. I went over onto the freeway. That's a little bit of an up close. Put the cover on it.
Yeah, so it just, that little like crane thing just slammed right into it.
Yep.
Dang it.
Yep, but it looks a lot better now.
Looks great.
Yeah.
And it's a Mopar glass,
Yep,
right?
it's OEM.
Okay.
Yep.
When crap happens, we try and take care of it. Most of the time when crap happens, Jessa's the ones helping us figure it out and fix it. So we're grateful for her. But the customer, now, since it's Monday, they should be checking out of their hotel here soon, showing up to pick up the truck. We're finally excited to give him the Great White Buffalo back. So we'll wait for him and deliver the truck. It's been raining all weekend. We cleaned the truck.
We haven't had this truck back on the road in a while because it was in a body shop for over a year.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, thank you guys again. We'll let you get to it, and Did we get them to check for
Yep.
the hotel?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're all set there.
Okay.
Noah's got my number if he needs anything.
Yeah, like I said, it's important to us that ultimately you're happy with it, that it runs good, all of that stuff. So if there's any issues, just call us up and say, "What the crap, dude?" And we'll jump right on it for you.
Awesome.
So
You guys have a wonderful day.
thank you. You as well.